Leadership is a learned skill. While, yes, some may possess a more natural affinity for leadership, their skills always pale in comparison to those who've taken the time to learn, practice, and apply said skill in their everyday lives. While I might have an affinity for baking, without studying, training, or learning how to advance myself, I certainly won't be the next Paul Hollywood. The same is true for leadership. You must strive to learn and hone your skills if you are to have any shot at being a successful leader. Famous kings and queens may have been born and bred to rule, but they dedicate years of their lives to learning the ins and outs of leadership. Our individual ambitions may not be so grandiose, but I believe practicing leadership like we're soon to rule a nation is the most surefire way to attain success. To be a leader is mostly, or at least partly, to lead by example. And how can you expect the people that you're trying to lead, trying to guide, to have any shot at success or to have any respect for someone who relies purely on natural talent? If you go into a play and you get on stage and you hadn't spent any time learning your lines, learning your blocking, learning your cues, you get up there, and if you fall back on purely natural talent of improv, you're not going to do well, and the entire play will fall apart around you. The same is true for leadership. As a leader, you have to think of yourself as a support pillar, something that's holding everything up. And if you are not constructed well, if someone didn't take the time, if you didn't take the time to hone your skills, to build a strong support with rivets and divots and all that kind of thing, and instead decided to build a foundation on top of a pillar that has been left for years, one that came into existence from Roman culture, or maybe even one that's not even really a pillar, just a rock formation, what you build on top is going to be in danger of crumbling. To be a leader, you have to hone those skills. You have to practice every day. Otherwise, you put everything in danger of crumbling. Like with any skill, if you don't use it, you lose it. Playing guitar, you pick it up and rely on your natural talent, and your fingers are going to hurt. They're going to hurt a lot because you haven't practiced, you haven't learned, you're pressing on tiny wires and they're going to cut into your skin. Like leadership, you have to develop a strong, unimpenetrable shell that you've practiced, that you've polished. And that is the only way to be a successful leader, to hone, practice, and apply.